Hello nail peeps and welcome back to Decorate Every Nail You Got. This is where nail things happen. Just hit subscribe. Okay, let's talk about Valentine's nails. And yes, I wanted to go traditional and soft and elegant and pink. So here we have our pink ones, and this is what we're going to turn them into. A little pink love, a little happiness, and I'm super pleased with it. So let's get started with the things that I used, which were some Maniology products. I used the Maniology, this one, MXM is 098 from the January Mani by Me box. I also used the MXM 097, which was from the January Mani by Me box, and then also the MXM 093, which was from the December 2022 box. So I used this image for some background dots, and then I put this image over top of many of them, and I used it for this one as well. And I also used this image, which is, I think, my favorite out of the two plates for January. I used Maniology polishes, of course. I had Cherry Bomb for the bright red. I had the background color was the Ho Ho Ho, and then the satin blush was the over color on these. So let's get started, shall we? I did put this on gel polish, so I already got the gel polish on my nails. This was an Elite 99 color. I don't even know the number on it. It's an older one, but it's a soft, subtle pink. Now, I'm going to start with the reverse stamping so that it can have plenty of time to dry while we're working on other things. And that would be on this plate right here, MXM 098. So I'm going to set up my spot. I'm going to put a little doohickey underneath there, and then I picked it up with the satin blush color. So I shall get my materials ready. And I think I'm going to do this one on this, what is this called? This is an ice cube stamper. So let's get everything ready. Satin blush is ready to go. I'll put a little bit of love on here. And I kind of wanted the red heart to be like more off to the side. However, the biggest heart was right in the middle, so I didn't really have a choice in that. So it is what it is. Sometimes you got to work with what you got. Okay, let's make sure it looks like a good image. That's the heart that I want. That one right there is the one I want to be red. So I shall color it in and put these things aside. You guys know me, I'm gonna clean, clean, clean in between everything. I don't like to leave anything dirty too long. Okay, I also have a clear jelly stamper brush that I really enjoy. It's got a flat round brush on one side, and then it's got a detail brush on the other side. Maniology has lots of them. This is just the one that I used today, so I thought I'd use it again. Okay, I am using this color Cherry Bomb. This is my favorite Maniology red because it is such a vibrant red color. I don't know why I don't have a whole lot of other bright reds, like in-your-face reds, but I don't. So this is my go-to. Okay. And then I just filled in the heart. Let's see if I can get it closer for you guys. Focus in, baby. And we're just gonna drag this and push it all the way up in the corner. Get the other side all the way up in the corner. Come on, focus, baby, you could do it. And I'm just gonna make sure that I get all this heart. And I only wanted one single heart that was bright red. I wanted the rest of it to be very subtle, very chillax. Elegant, not too like in your face Valentine's-y this year. Normally I just go so way over the top, and I just thought this year maybe I want something a little bit more less. I want something a little bit more less, if that makes any sense at all. Okay. All right, now we just have to wait for that bad boy to dry, and we'll give it some time to do that. I will go ahead and just brush off my brush like this. And when I'm finished with it for today, and just in case I screw that up. I'll clean it off with acetone, but until then I will not, because as we know, the more we do it with acetone, the more we clean with acetone, the worse our brushes get. The less livelihood they actually have. Okay, I'm gonna clean up that spot, and then we'll get going on to the next stamp. Okay, I did, on 3 of the nails, I did like a background, and I did that with this circus color. Not color, the Circus MXM093 plate. It was this one right here, and it was just a bunch of dots. And I love these dots because you can do a background with it. I love ones that are multi-purpose. It's not just for a theme, it's for, you know, a little bit of everything. I used this color, the Ho 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 color. Come on. The Ho 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 color for this purpose, and it's just a background. So, can you see them on there? Just the little dots, just to kind of give it a little extra depth. And I did not want to go crazy different with my colors. I couldn't decide if I wanted to or not. I tried a couple of different things, and then this is what I liked the most because they were close, but they weren't exactly the same. Okay, so nice subtle. I'm picking up another stamper while that one dries. And we'll just put our background on there. We'll start with the thumb. Just a nice, subtle hint of something in the background. And we'll do that on, let's see, this nail and this nail as well. So I have a Mani by Me, not Mani by Me, but a Maniology sticky stamper station close by, and I just clean off my stamper and I get started again. Clean this off with some acetone. And then we just rinse and repeat. Again. Okay. Well, bam. Just lay this guy down. And now that I've just done it once today, I already have a good plan on how I want to do everything. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's really difficult to see those little baby dots, isn't it? And there they are. And one more nail, please. Little cleanup. I clean between every single stamp. I never let it go twice because it's like just asking for it not to pick up. So I like to make sure to clean between every stamp. Usually I clean my scraper too, but in this case, I'm going to turn it around so that I get a fresh side. Where'd my stamper go? Okay, boom. Got one more of them. Put it off to the side over here, and just a nice, subtle, dotted background. Okay, on to the next step. I should have done a liquid latex around my nails, but I didn't find the cleanup to be too crazy, so, you know, it is what it is. All right, let me clean this up, and then we'll move to the next stamp. Okay, so that's it for my circus plate. That's all I used him for. Then I wanted to do, it was the same design that I picked up earlier for this one, but I did it, I'm just gonna put it over top of this one and my thumb and this one. So we're just, I mean, this is not a very difficult manicure. I also did the satin blush color just because it was a little bit deeper than that other one. So you can see it's just a hair deeper than the dots. So here we go. It was a pretty quick one this morning too, even when I was trying to figure out everything and I tried a couple of things. It just didn't take very long. Okay, I'm trying to a new side. Okay, and onto my thumbnail. I just really thought the combination of the dots in this particular stamp were really pretty. Looks pretty good. So I shall clean off my, holy moly, I'm getting stuck over here. I'm going to clean off my stamper and we'll head to the next one. A little clean. And since I've used this guy pretty much on every side, I'm going to go ahead and clean him off now. Okay, bam. on to the next one. Also, knowing what you want to reverse stamp before you get started really helps, because now when I get there, that thing is going to be completely dry. Okay. Next one was my forefinger or my index finger. Just going to move it over into this view where you can see it. And rinse and repeat. Once you get your system down, stamping does not, like, it's not something that takes crazy long. Usually when you first get started, you know, it can take you a little time just to get used to everything, but really, stamping shouldn't take a long process. Unless you're super meticulous, which I kind of am sometimes. Shh, don't tell anybody. But sometimes I have to just get it right no matter what. And what I've learned is that it's just a waste of time to get it super perfect, because I'm one of the only people who looks at my nails. Most of the time, people really don't care about your nails. They don't. Sometimes every once in a while you get that super nice person in the grocery store, at the line at the gas station or whatever, and they'll notice how much time and effort you put into your nails, especially when you say, oh, I do them myself, you know, but that's only sometimes. Okay, lastly, before we move on to that last one, I'm going to use this MXM 097, and I fell in love with this design. So it is, I put it on a nail by itself. I was thinking maybe to do it on the middle nail, but I think I'm going to follow the design I did here and put it on the ring finger. Again, I used that satin blush, or the darker, deeper one for this. And I loved it so much, I just wanted it to be on its own. I wanted this design to really shine. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my scraper card too, because this design is in the way. So I just kind of delete that one off of there. I'm gonna line everything, oh, that's the wrong hand. I'm gonna line everything up, and I'm gonna make sure it's kind of in the middle-ish. Hope you guys can see that. It's pink on pink, so it's a little difficult to see. Oh, I'm happy with that. I just love that heart design. I think it's so unbelievably pretty. Okay, now for the last one, you're gonna need some nail polish, or not nail polish, but nail glue or foil glue or whatever you use. Not nail glue, goodness gracious, no, please don't use nail glue. Foil glue or sticky base coat. Not nail glue, people, not nail glue. Goodness. Okay, you want to put something down. This was the biggest problem I had when I first started reverse stamping, was that I did not know how to get this dried image onto my nail. So I found out about foil glue. Then Maniology came out with a sticky base coat, and I bought their very first version of it. It wasn't my favorite thing, so I turned to their nail glue. Oh, stop saying nail glue. Goodness gracious. It is foil glue. And I love it because it stays tacky. So I'm going to use this, and then I don't have to worry about when, I don't have to count to 45 seconds. I don't have to hit the sweet spot of when it's going to be tacky. It's going to stay tacky. If I never put anything on top of this, it will collect all the fuzz balls, all the dust, everything from around you, because it is sticky, sticky. So I will wait for about a minute because it does need to dry. And the other thing you want to make sure to do is put a very, very thin coat. So I put a very thin coat on here, and I'm going to wait for this to dry for about a full minute before I end up stamping anything on top of that. I'm going to turn off the camera while I'm doing this and clean up a little bit, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Here we go. Nail glue is dry, and, well, it's sticky. And here we have our cute little nail, our stamp. So I'm going to try to get this corner to match all the way up with the corner of my nail, because I want it as this heart piece, I want it to be as close to the bottom right as I can get it. I want it down here. But because of the way that everything is positioned, that's not going to happen. It's going to end up in the middle. It's okay. I'm not going to panic because it doesn't look that bad in the middle-ish. So I'm not panicking, people. I'm not panicking. I'm just going to do this thing. Let's do it. Here we go. All the way to the... Okay. It's smack dab in the middle. Not my favorite, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. Y'all, this satin, what was it called? Satin blush color. This stuff is so unbelievably pretty. I think that came from the Sweater Weather collection. Oh my gosh. One of my favorites, honestly, that whole collection. Okay, I'm going to get those smoothed down all the way around. I'm going to go around. And you know, I got these new things, and I'll share them with you. They are like little baby Q-tips. They look like this. And it's not really intended for this purpose. I don't know what they do with eyelashes or something. But somebody mentioned that they had these and they were using them for nails. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I'm just going to go separate all of my stamps that are on the nail with all the ones that are on my skin. Making sure that they don't peel up once I put my top coat on. Okay, now I'm going to put a top coat on there and then I'm going to clean up later. So I'm going to choose my Lee No Wipe top coat, which is one of my favorites. And let's go in and we'll just give her a top coat all the way around. Okay, I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of this, so I'll finish the top coat, I'll cure it for 1 minute, and then I will show you what the finished product looks like. I have not cured yet, but I want to show you another purpose is if you get too much on the sides of your nails when you're doing your top coat or any other coat, you can go around the corners. I kind of wipe it on my skin or wherever, and I just get any of it out of my cuticles so that it doesn't dry there. So a really nice other tool for this little Q-tip guy, which is way better than regular size Q-tips. Okay, now I'm going to cure for a minute. Now they are all cured. I am going to let you know I looked up this guy and it's called Micro Brushes, I think. Disposable micro brushes, and I think they're used for eyelashes or like, you know, what's it called when you do your eyelashes? Eyelash extensions. But anyway, micro brushes. So if I remember, I'll try to put a link to it in the Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description box, and you can get them on Amazon. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so I just cleaned up. I have a little alcohol, not alcohol, this is acetone, which is why my fingers are turning bright white. A little acetone on there, and did the trick. But of course, because now I look like super, super dry and crusty, I'm going to go back in with my Joyful Jasmine. And y'all, if you do not have the Joyful Jasmine cuticle oil from Maniology, you don't know what good smells like. I'm not even kidding. This stuff is so amazing. I wish they made hand lotion in this smell because it's so subtle and it's so soft and it's so yummy. Like it's just so good. It's really, really good. So I use a mountain of it when I do use it. And then I just let my skin bathe in it for the purposes of, you know, just letting the moisture soak in, but also just the good smell. Just walking around with this smell on your hands is amazing. Oh, so good. Okay, that is our tutorial. And that is our, let me wipe off these guys so they look decent and shiny and pretty. Maybe didn't do a really good job right here. So I'm going to go back in with a little file, just a touch. Make sure it's nice and smoothed out. Okay. Okay, so there is my manicure, my Valentine's manicure for 2023. Yay, happy, love, and subtle. So it's not over the top and it didn't take me long. So if I can do this, anybody can do this, I assure you. Okay, peeps, I used lots of Maniology things, and I also used at least one clear jelly thing. It doesn't matter if you go to Maniology.com or if you go to clearjellystamper.com, you can use the code GrooveMama to get 10% off of your order at either place. Highly recommend both of them, actually. I love ordering from both of those places. Okay, peeps, until we meet again, I hope you have a great Valentine's Day, and I hope that you decorate every nail you got. Bye!